welcome everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance.
At the 24,
and he'll be brought down at the 24. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. This defense will try to keep everything in front. To throw, it's Iamaleava. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Yeah, you get in the realm, you're good. You get in the realm, you start talking about Hall of Fame. That's what kind of tradition you've had with a guy like Peyton Manning. His fingerprints are still on this program, and if you are mentioned with him, that's a good day at the office.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds a man on the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Takes a handoff. It's Lucas. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The lone back's got it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
The back goes in motion. To the air, into Uiagalelei. And the quarterback is snowed under. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets a block. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Sampson. They went right back to him, and he went right back down. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Man, oh, man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wide out in motion. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Thornton.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Tennessee 7, Florida State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. Fires on the move. And that pass is intercepted.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it up.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. These corners going to give them some space. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They keep attacking through the air. And they can't make the connection on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Another ball is not free. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams. They got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. You're not making a miss. You've got to have two hands on the ball.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Lucas.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. He's right on target. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Trying play action. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Seminoles will go for it on fourth down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Motion from the offense. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. They're working that left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. He's going to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown ball! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Fair catch, called for and made. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime, too.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Running back goes in motion. To the air. It's Uiagalelei. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner is stopped.
And the Tennessee offense will take over.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It's a draw. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He throws thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Fast motion from the offense. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Volunteers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Looking to pass. It's Uiagalelei. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. When Bobby Bowden built this program, High-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the throw, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Corner's going to give them room. Looking to move it through the air. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now 2nd and 10. Give to the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Bought a little time. Lets it go. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that's a really good example of the quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Touchdown, Tennessee! And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up.
Snatches it on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Noles are in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Uiagalelei. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This defensive linemen have kids in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lucas. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Watch out, go over. Canopy.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Tennessee, 28,
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide out in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver shows motion. The aerial assault continues. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming.
He's got 2. He's got 2. Hey, finish. Finish.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's
going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Fires and picked off. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And it's up and no good.
Keeps the score. Tennessee, 28. Florida State.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside the 15, here's the return. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. He smashes his way through again. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They go to the ground. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Tennessee, 31. Florida State, 6.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it's something.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll run it to the right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one